Welcome to the Postgame Show. It's presented by the Maroon Club. Every gift matters every year. Join the Maroon Club today, and we will have our players of the game presented by Coca-Cola. We invite you to experience the Coke side of life. Coach Tavani talking to his football team, and I'm sure he's praising them. While we have this opportunity, though, we'll take a look at the highlights of tonight's ball game. Here's Mike.
Now everybody get excited. Lafayette didn't start off real well for Lafayette, but it did start off well for quarterback Alan Thompson, who took this 11-play drive, 75 yards. He finished it off with a beautiful run to get in the end zone right here in that 7-0 lead. And Lafayette didn't fare much better on the next possession right from midfield. First play, you see a little bit of a trick play right there, an option pass. And Yeskinev, he was fantastic tonight. A touchdown to make it 14-0. He was a great punt returner as well. So at that point in time, Lafayette had to answer, and they did answer right here with Dylan Wadsworth. He had 3 catches on that drive and a beautiful touchdown, 14-7 at that time. In the second quarter, right here, you see him coming right back again. A beautiful throw down the middle, and that's Ralph Green for a 16-yard touchdown, 21-7. Lafayette answers. After a timeout, they took time to get the right play. To Joey Chenoweth, the freshman, picks up 9 catches tonight, over 100 yards. That's a touchdown in the first half. That made it 21-14. Lafayette got the ball coming out of half. Didn't do much with it, changed field position. Watch the strip by Matt Smalley right here. He knocks the ball out. That ball's jumped on right here. I believe Alex Merriman right there came up with that fumble. DeMarc Dodd came up with that fumble recovery. And then Lafayette capitalized. One of the best plays of the year so far, a flood switch. And that's C.J. Emil. Watch him over the top of the defender, and that tied the game at 21. 2 freshmen in the end zone. Drew Reed right there, over 240 yards at the time for a touchdown. You take another look at it right here. Drew rolling to his right on the flood, and then C.J. on this switch route takes it in for a touchdown on the backside. So Lafayette with some life here, and then good job, right, bouncing it. McKinnon was the entire offense, I thought, in the second half. He bounced the ball in and out, and then the field goal by Maley took the lead. So right here, 24-21. In the fourth quarter, you got to win it. You got to win the quarter to win the game, and Lafayette did that on the back of Drew Reed. Joey Chenoweth with another catch down the field. Watch this takeaway in the end zone by Matt Mrazek for the touchdown. Just wanted it more. 2 looks at it. Look at that, pulling it away. That's Matt Mrazek. Look a little bit like Mark Ross right there. Lafayette takes the lead. Colin Albershard, is there a bigger defensive player of the year than that sack, which created 3rd and 16, a floating ball to the senior defensive back Roberts. He gets the ball down inside the 15-yard line, and then Drew Reed's going to take this one. Little fake to the freshman West, and Drew Reed into the end zone. Watch this fake. Watch all the defenders go one way. A great call at a great time. A huge win for Lafayette, and you can feel my heart palpitating, Gary.
I think we're going to feel another heart palpitating. Here's John.
Yeah, make that 2 hearts, Gary. Coach, you know, given the start to your season, any win would have been a good win. But this one was special. You're on the road, it's homecoming, you go down early, and like you've been preaching since the beginning, hang in there.
Well, no doubt. You give an awful lot of credit to our young men for keeping battling. I told you these young men will never quit. Credit our staff with coming up with a game plan. I mean, we are minus a lot of players, and we make no excuses about it. But let me tell you, you come in and you look at our board and you come out and see us practicing with 53 guys, but it doesn't matter. There's 11 out there at a time, and tonight we played some complimentary football. Our defense hung in. They broke a little bit. Offense came back. We got down. We were able to go back up, and then we were able to hold the lead. Played well in all 3 phases.
You know, maybe one of the biggest drives of the whole night was one that you didn't score on. We were down, Bobby, Gary, my cameraman, and I were down at the other end of the field, and I'm telling you, that ball was on the 3-inch line. You turned field position 91 yards. You didn't have to score, but that was a huge point in the game.
Well, there's no doubt because, you know, they're counting on you get a ball down, then they're punting out of your end zone, getting the ball inside the 50 on a short field. We were able to do that. But, you know, that's what's taking care of each other is all about. These young men, I'd love to see that enthusiasm. We said there was only one way to make everything better and to be happy, and that was to win. I said 3 things in the pregame talk. Win, win, win.
It's pretty simple.
To keep it simple. LDC, London Valley College.
As smart as these kids are, that's all it took, Coach. Well, I won't go there, but hey, it was a terrific night, a perfect night for football. One last thing, how good is it to have the old Drew Reed back?
Well, I'll tell you, you can see, and as I said, I got to give him time to get in his rhythm. He's starting to make those plays, being smart with the ball. Still got a ways to go, a little bit, clean up some things, but we still got to get better. We got a ways to go, and now we start league play.
Absolutely. So much more we could talk about, Coach. I know we'll catch up during the week, but for now, congratulations on a terrific first win. Let's go get Fordham.
Thank you.
You got it. Let me turn to Dennis Benchko, one of the outstanding defensive players of the evening. And Dennis, again, I almost feel like you're representing the whole defensive group because there were so many big plays, a couple of big turnovers down the stretch. But talk about what you guys were sensing after you went down by a couple of scores early. You were back up against the wall. What was the mentality on the sideline?
We were sensing we need to get this getting going together. We can't get it up. We have a whole nother game to play. They had a couple quick scores, but we're a great D. We can band together, a band of brothers, and we can get this done. That's what we were sensing. I
really had the sense that there was a newfound enthusiasm. You were waiting for something good to happen. Can you point at a particular play in the first half or at some point in the game when things just, the light bulb went on, or maybe it was a gradual thing?
One of the times we stopped them when they had 2 quick touchdowns. We need to get them off the field. We need to get our offense back on the field, and that was a big turning point, getting us a switch of momentum. And then when we scored, we just built on that. We kept on going and going.
Yeah, the 4th down and 3 stop was absolutely huge, and you guys did a terrific job. You finally got some pressure on the quarterback, and that seemed to change things too. Dennis, congratulations on a terrific game. Good luck next week at Fordham.
You got it. Thank you.
Let me turn to Drew Reed, and Drew, you're good right there, kiddo. Talk about your journey. The injury. I mean, I'll never forget being up at Cambridge, at Harvard, you coming off the bench, and John Luce, our former D coordinator, was walking off the field. Drew, he said, "I like our new quarterback." And that was an understatement. And then adversity hit. And then you went through all the stuff. Talk about what it felt like tonight, finally, to play like the guy you are.
Man, it felt good, just being back out there, full speed, full strength, and getting a big win with my guys. We've been reeling this year, especially with the injuries, and it's like Coach T says all the time, it's the next man in, and it was a big win for us tonight. We had freshmen out there all over the field. We had young guys getting their first start everywhere, and it was just a huge win for us. I can't express how good it feels.
Might have been the biggest play of the game when you guys were backed up again on the goal line, like the 2 or 3 inch line. It's 3rd down. If you got to punt it from there, the whole complexion changes. Was that a play that you worked out with Matt Mrazek? Obviously, it came from the sideline, but take us through that play.
Well, I knew we were running, just verticals, 4 verticals, and I told Matt, if that corner's pressing you and that safety's anywhere close to not double covering you, that ball's coming your way, so be ready for it, and he responded greatly. That's Matt for you. He's there for you when you need him most. He bounced back from a drop. He got down from that. I try to tell him, we need you to win this game, and then he comes up with a huge catch in the end zone and a huge play there. That doesn't go in the stat books how big that play was, and then Forster was able to hit a great punt and pin him deep, and that was just huge.
Yeah, Frank, Coach Stevani always talks about complementary football, and it just seemed like the defense started feeding off you guys fed off the defense, and of course the special teams was terrific. One last point, Mike Joseph was talking before the game about you getting more reps and how important that is to a quarterback, to be out there, to take the snaps, to get not just a week or a few days of good hard practice, but that played a role, I think, in your development.
Definitely, just getting that timing and getting the confidence with the guys. The more I'm out there with them, the more confidence they get in me, and the more I can see that. When I see they have confidence in me, it only grows my confidence in myself. And it just felt great. Out there, everybody was making plays, offense, defense. We had a huge 4th down stop. It was special teams, like you said. Everybody was making plays. It was a great team win.
Well, it's a great momentum builder. You have a terrific challenge next week in Fordham, but you're back home, and everyone knows who's played any kind of sport. Nothing succeeds like success. Grow with the confidence, build on it, Drew, and good luck next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. Gary Michael from a happy Wagner Stadium, or Walt Hamline Stadium here in Wagner College. This is fun. Let's do it again next week.
All right, John, thank you very much. Drew Reed, 23 for 34 for 308 yards and 4 touchdowns, leading rusher in the ball game, too, with 44 yards and a touchdown rushing with the football. And, Mike, there were plenty of key defensive plays on the other side of the ball.
Absolutely, Gary. And let's walk through this together. And the defense was fantastic. And no bigger play right there than Colin Albershard. And they talked about it inside the huddle. They had to make some plays. And then you talked about this, the interception, the fumble. just so many big plays. There's another interception by a freshman. The freshman stepped up big, but give a lot of credit to some of those sophomores and the juniors and the seniors for holding this team together. You know, they could have easily folded and we could be going home 0-4, but guys like Drew Reed stepped up. And look at Joey Chenoweth with 9 catches. Look at Ryan Forrester with a 40. Remember the 63-yard punt, and then the punt to pin him in here, and then like Drew talked about with Mrazek. He had the drop. That was a huge drop. He got his confidence down, but he came back, the touchdown, and then the 3rd down and long play to get them out of the end zone. Just incredible.
Lafayette goes to 1-3 on the season. Wagner goes to 0-3. The Leopards win this one 35-24. We're out of Staten Island. We'll see you next Saturday night at 6 o'clock back at Easton, Pennsylvania. For Mike Joseph, John Leone, and John Bowman, the RCN television team headed up by Rick Keogh, we thank you so much for spending time with us. We're going to go find a fireplace. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Good night, everybody.